Hey guys, welcome back to another Tony Quill video, and today is January 1st, which means that it's Happy New Year's. So Happy New Year's everybody. I want to thank you guys for all of the views and subscribers I've gained. Without you guys, this channel would not be possible, and especially in this year, this channel has grown so much. There's a lot of comments. You guys are really supportive, so thank you guys so much. And of course, with the New Year's, there are some new changes, so I will be making a few exciting announcements. First of all, from now on, I will try to have a weekly video. Yes, you will see a new Tony Quill video every single week. This is made possible by some new equipment that I have acquired, and with the equipment, I will be making a really interesting mystery video that may or may not be related to magic. So hopefully you guys should stay tuned to that video. I'm working on it so far. I think it's coming out pretty good. So hope you guys enjoy that one. And my New Year's resolution, like everyone else, I'm going to try to acquire your needs. So whatever you want, you can comment in down below. Any criticisms, if you want me to change, if you have any ideas for magic tricks. And I'm going to try to hit for 10,000 views this year. Right now we have about 7,000, so it shouldn't be that hard to acquire, and maybe 500 subs would also be nice. But I'm asking for a little bit too much, but still, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's get into the trick. Okay, so for this trick, you can take a pack of cards and spread them out just like that. Just square them up a bit, and now we can choose any card they want. Let's just say we're gonna choose this card for the purpose of the trick. 7 of clubs. Now don't forget this card because a lot of people forget it during the trick. Put the 7 clubs and put it back into the middle of the deck. Then you can hand the magician can hand the deck out to anyone they want. They can feel free to shuffle the deck. Oops, pretty clumsy today. Just shuffle the deck, cut the deck however they want. Then you get back the shuffled deck. Now with a bit of magic touch, you can pull out their chosen card out of the completely shuffled deck. Just watch this. Just like that, so you can see, I've pulled out one card, and the card is the Ace of Clubs. That's your card, right? Wasn't it a card? Well, I'm pretty sure you just chose this card. You thought it was the 7 of Clubs? It's a weird thought, because I'm 100% sure that this is your card. Here, let's just hide away the Ace for a second. Maybe you're just having some memory issues. You can put the Ace back into the deck box, just like that. And maybe if we just wave over, do some weird magic stuff, maybe you'll remember that your card was that card. So you claim that your card was the 7 of clubs, right? Or that was not your card. Well, actually, if you look inside of the deck, the spectators will see that the 7 of clubs is actually no longer inside of the deck. Why? Well, if you look back into the deck box, as you can see, there was one card. Oh, open it the wrong way. Let me take it out. It was the 7 of clubs, just like that. So that was your card the entire time. I don't know what you've been seeing, but yeah, that was the entire card. And this trick is really nice because at the end of the trick, you can hand the deck out to the spectator. They can see there are no duplicate cards, and they can even check out the deck box where you keep your deck in, just like that. And then once you're done with the trick, you can take your deck, put it back in the box, and bring your magic wherever you go. Just to give you a bit of background information about this trick is self-contained, it's self-working, it resets almost instantly, and the cool thing is you can even use a borrowed deck for this magic trick, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So now, let's get into the tutorial on how the trick is done. First of all, let's go over the equipment, what you will need. You will need 2 things. You'll need a pack of cards, and you need a plastic deck box. Doesn't have to be plastic, but preferably it would be one of the side opening ones rather than the top opening ones. You can buy these for really cheap online, go to Office Depot or something. I've used the plastic box of staplers once, but this one was $1 at my Dollar Tree, so it shouldn't be too hard trying to find a plastic card box. And now, let's reveal the main secret of the trick. How do you change the card inside of the box? Well, inside of the box, there's actually a secret layer. So you can see, it's just, in this case, it's just a black sheet of plastic that is slightly larger than the card, as you can see, just like that. So, all you have to do beforehand is to load a card inside of it, just like that. So it looks like there's no card. But then, when you flip the case upside down, the card shows up. But here's the question, how do you get the card inside of the case beforehand? Well, that requires a bit of sleight of hand, which I will teach you right now. I may not have mentioned this while doing the trick, but the cards can be signed, so that's pretty good. So, okay, so let's get into the tutorial. First of all, you will let them have a free choice of any card. At this point, there is absolutely nothing inside of the deck box. So you just let them choose a card. So let's say they choose, let's just say they choose this one. In this case, it's a Jack of Diamonds. Now, what you need to do is to make the Jack of Diamonds appear that it's going inside the middle of the deck, just like that. But in reality, you want to bring it to the top. And there's a lot of ways to do this. But as you can see, just like that, it's on the top. So let's go over one easy way to control the card to the top of the deck. So let's just see how it looks like. First, you can take the card, for example, let's say it's the Jack of Hearts this time. Then you can take the Jack of Hearts, slide it into the middle of the deck. And with a simple shuffle, just like this, as you can see, the Jack of Hearts is now on the top of the deck. So let's get into how that is done. First, you're going to want to split the deck into two halves. The one in your left hand should be the one of their card. For example, in this case, the card is a Two of Hearts. Then, put your hand like this. And as you can see, this is the second card. Put your thumb onto the second card. So it looks like this. Their card is the Two of Hearts, not the Ace of Spades. It's the Two of Hearts. But your right thumb should be on the Ace of Spades. I mean, Ace of Diamonds, sorry. And now, you can actually return the card face over. So this is how it looks like. You want to grab the card on top of their chosen one. Now, when you're showing them the card, and then while you're bringing it down, this is what you want to do. This is a super secret trick. You want to grab onto the card above their selected card and grab it. And push this one to the bottom of the deck, just like that. And now this is what it should look like. And then you can slide in the other card just like that. Now let's do this trick a few times with different angles if you don't get it. I have to admit this is a little bit hard at first, but once you nail it, it's gonna be one of the greatest controls you can learn. Okay, let's go over it again. They choose their card, and then you show them the card, which is the face down one. Now, you pull the card away, just like this, and then you bend the cards a little to act like a lever, and then you can push that card to the bottom, just like that. Voila, just like that. Now let's do it with the card. Let's actually do it with one of these cards. This is the insert card. You pull the card on top of it, just like this. And now, you have the card on the bottom of the deck. Now, if you want to bring the card onto the top of the deck, it's pretty simple. Just do an overhand shuffle. If you don't know how to overhand shuffle already, this is how you do it. Take the card, keep pulling cards off of the top of the deck, just like this, in groups and clunks, just like that. Just keep pulling cards off of the top of the deck until you get to the very bottom card. And now, you have brought the card to the top of the deck. This move, I have to admit, it is a bit hard, but with a bit of practice, you should be able to nail it down every single time. Just like this. Now, let's get into how you get the card into the box, because that's the main secret. So, normally when I perform this, I have this box hidden away in my pocket. Why do I have this, you may ask? Well, if my pockets are big enough, I actually keep the card case open while it's in my pocket. This is why. So let's say you have the top card, you take the deck, right? Like, just like this. And then you want to somehow secretly get the card inside of the deck, just like that. And lock it up, just like that. So now, you have effectively palmed the card into the deck. Now, let's get into the technical stuff on how to palm the card and how to get it inside of here without the spectator knowing. Of course, because this is a camera trick, because I'm recording with a camera, I can just have this off camera. But in real life, you would have to do it in front of the spectator's eyes. Unless you do it inside of your pocket. So now, as you can see today, I've used a slightly smaller brand of cards, which makes it easier for me to palm because I don't have the largest hands. So, let's get into it. So while you're talking about and explaining what this magic trick is about, you want to pull down against the card like you're riffling, and you want to have a break with the first card. So from the spectator view, it looks completely fine, but from the magician's view, they will be able to see there's a slight break. As you can see, in between the break is a little bit of your flesh. So all I have to do is to bend the cards a bit and riffle one card, and then there will be a small break. Just practice doing this a little bit until you can nail it down. Next, you want to take your hand, and while you're moving your hands and talking, you want to place your hand as flat as possible. Then you want to grab the card just like this. Make sure you hold the card lightly, and I like to use my pinky and my index finger for this part, or you can use the middle two fingers, it doesn't matter that much. Just make sure you can get a clean wrist kill. Well, it isn't really a wrist kill, but just take it off just like that. And just with a bit of practice, you can make it look almost natural just by moving your hands around. As you can see, just like that, I already palmed the card. So after the card is palmed, and assuming they didn't notice, the rest of the part is easy. Inside your pocket, this is already closed. So all you have to do is to palm the card and put it into the box. And then in your pocket, you want to close it just like that. And in the act of closing it, so you can see, the card is already behind the flap. Then the rest of the trick is really easy. All you have to do is to take the wrong card, put it in the box, and while you're explaining and showing them card, all you have to do is flip over, this case over, and the card has magically turned into the chosen card. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this trick. If you're having some issues learning it, I recommend you rewatch the video, maybe play my video in slow motion so you can see what I'm doing. But in all, the two main parts you have to memorize is to controlling the card to the top of the deck, just like that. In this case, it's the Ace of Spades, just like that. And the second part is learning how to palm a card effectively without the spectator noting. And the break you have in between the card is very essential, as it allows for a much easier palm, like that. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe, it helps a lot. And peace out.